What's up? What's up?
What up?
Welcome back to Put It on the Floor with Wes and Lee.
Gosh, Wesley.
Wesley, right?
So today we're gonna get into these topics about these female rappers that Billboard put out.
Which I'll let you go ahead. No, yeah.
For me, okay, so I'll do a little breakdown. They made two lists. They made one in June, which was, half of the year, and this is the end of the year. Kind of like, things have changed, people have came up, people have dropped, So we're gonna, give our opinion and our list, along with the actual list. So let's get into it.
I guess from 10 on down. And this is my thing with the whole list and I guess how Billboard chose to vet these people on this list. A lot of the people on Billboard's list have not only for 2024, but in the past, I want to say 3 to 5 years, haven't really made a big impact on the rap game. But for some reason, Billboard decided to put them on the top 10. So number 10, they had Cardib.
So who did you get for your number 10?
Cardib.
Let me look at my number 10. For number 10, okay, I'll let you explain why you chose Cardib.
Well, Cardib, she deserves to be on the list, but she deserves that spot, number 10, because she has not put out an album in almost 10 years at this point. And so I don't even think that she really deserves to be on the top 10. But because she has been actively putting out a single here or a single there, then okay, I'll give it to her. All right, we'll give it to Cardib. But as far as
but she did debut in the top 10.
As far as, well, yeah, I mean, but
for like 1 week.
Well, yeah, exactly, for 1 week. But as far as it's like actually the putting
in the work,
her work and being a true artist and the whole 9 yards, I just don't think that she's there. She's not it for the rap game at all.
And all of the rap girlies, they put out an album this year, almost everybody. And what's your excuse?
I mean, there really is no excuse. Exactly. It's just, I think it's bad management, bad entire new team around her. She needs an entire new team, and she needs new guidance. And whoever was writing for her in the beginning, they probably need to come back. But yeah, so that's why she's at my number. That's why she's at 10 for me. So I guess moving on to number 9, they had Rhapsody, which I personally agree with, and Rhapsody would have been on 11 though. But I like Rhapsody. Rhapsody is she's definitely up and coming. I like what she says. She actually says shit in her music. You know what I mean? And I think I just think she's underrated. Mm-hmm. That's all. But I think Rhapsody definitely deserves to be number 9 on that list. But what do you have?
I'll go with my 10 and my 9 real quick. For 10, I put Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Yes, Beyonce.
I'm done.
Listen, it's Beyonce. Beyonce. Say my name, Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce is, when she raps or sing raps, you want to call it, it's still better than half of the majority of these people on this list. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like she deserves to be on this list. It's like Trina said, Beyonce is the queen.
Well, okay, I won't argue with you on that, but I think that in order for you to be considered on a top rap anything, you should be a rapper, and Beyonce's just not a rapper. Don't get me wrong, her raps are they do be fire. I give her that, but also she has the world's best rapper in her bedroom. So I mean, that is not hard for for her to come up with some shit, because come on. But to be fair, I mean, I think that you should be a rapper. You should have a rap album before you could be considered to be on any top 10 of anybody's rap
I'll
list.
give you that. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
You don't
but-
have to throw Beyonce.
Yeah, but you know, I love Beyonce nonetheless. You know, Beehive.
My number 9 is gonna be Sweetie, who I love, who I think is very, I wouldn't say underrated, but she gets taken advantage of not being a hit maker, make bops. She's unproblematic. Her music is just that type of music you want to listen to when you want to vibe out, and you don't feel like listening to too productive about what's going on, or you don't want to hear nobody just shaking their ass. Sweetie's that kind of in between girl. I fuck with Sweetie. She's my homie.
Yeah. Well, I have Lotto. Lotto. Basically, I was debating with myself on whether I should put Lotto at number 11 and move Rhapsody up to number 9. But I decided to go with Lotto because she currently has music out. She has music out, and even though it may not be charting that well, she's trying. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that at the end of the day, she does have a good flow when she does rap. But I think nowadays she isn't saying much of anything. To be honest with you, like that whole brokey shit, like that was a brokey. that was a brokey, and so
that music video.
She used to be higher up on my list, but as far as right now in present, she's definitely number 9 on her good day. And sometimes she don't even make the list. She's number 11. But anyway, moving on to number 8. Billboard had JT as number 8, mm-hmm. which I agree.
Who'd you go with?
My number 8 is Cash Doll, and let me explain why. Cash Doll, I think, is a very underrated artist. I think that the way that she raps and the flow and the style that she puts on her songs is very unique. And I think that if she just had the push behind her, that she could be so much bigger than what she is.
She's too old. Go ahead.
Well, let's go.
That's the running joke.
Go in. Well, speaking. Well, I can't say that because motherfuckers call me old, but and age is just a number.
No, it's
just a number, and
she looks great for her age.
And she does. She looks amazing for her age, and she just had a baby. So, so I mean, it is what it is. But she's my number. She's my number 8, definitely.
What music did she put out?
She hasn't she had a single that was put out while she was pregnant.
Okay.
So she's
been acting though. She's been
and she she put a single out this year. So I mean that technically that does qualify her to be on the list.
Okay.
And yeah, I just I think that she's underrated, and she also, like I said, she had a baby. So you got to give her credit for that. But who is your number 8?
My number 8 is the Princess Ice Spice. Ice Spice, she's really had a decline this year.
She had more than just a decline.
I'm a barb. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm a barb, but I was feeling Ice, but it's just like that whole thing with Nicki. It doesn't deter her music from me, but I just feel like Ice Spice is another one who is a one-trick pony. It's the same beat, same flow. It gives me not as talented. I'm here just because they put me here. She did have a little buzz this year. her album came out. It sold 28,000, I think. Just a little bit more than JT. Just a little bit under Lotto. So Ice Spice is cool, but she fell off a little bit. But she made some noise this year, definitely.
Some noise, but I think for you to be a one-trick pony, you have to have some tricks to even put out. My own personal opinion. Ice Spice is not on my list at all. I just don't think that she has the talent. She has the look. She's very gorgeous, very pretty girl. But as far as the talent,
what do you think about her losing all this weight?
I mean, that's good for her. I mean, I think I can take her or leave her with the weight. The weight was never an issue, I don't think. weight is never an issue with me when it relates to somebody and their craft and artistry.
True.
That never
Adele.
right. That never really plays a factor in my decision making. But she doesn't have it. She doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she's a lot of smoke. I think. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. I think she's just smoke and mirrors, and I think that she just doesn't have the talent to back it up, and that's what everybody is starting to see. So, moving on, number 7, Billboard had Doja Cat, which I don't agree with. I think that Doja Cat should definitely be higher up on that list. That's definitely. I think. Also, I think that the people who are just making these decisions are not people who listen to everyday rap and hip hop. They're not connected with the community. So I think Billboard needs to go back to the drawing board, and they need to actually have people who actually listen to and are part of the culture before they go and make decisions like this. But
I agree with you on that.
Because not everything is album sales. Not everything is how many tickets I sold, concert tickets I sold. It's really about how people impact and how people connect with you and vibe with you and the message that you bring across and the message that people take from it. Exactly. So I definitely think Doja Cat should have been higher up on that list. My number 7 though is Sweetie, and before you go off the deep end, Sweetie, I like Sweetie because she doesn't try to be in anybody's lane except her own. True. You know what I mean? True. She's all about individuality and she has fun with it. And that's what I like to see. That's what it's all about, is that, you can make a hit. Anybody can make a fucking hit. I can go and, write a song and make a hit, but am I really having fun? You know what I mean? Am I really enjoying myself? Does it really come across as though, I wrote this shit and I feel it and I'm vibing with it? Because if you don't feel it, the people aren't going to feel it either. Mm-hmm. So that's why I picked Sweetie as my number 7, just because she has fun with the shit and she's always flawless. She's always flawless. The bitch always looks good. And so for that alone, and because she doesn't try to be in anybody else's lane, she does what the fuck she want to do. She does her own thing, and it works for her, and I like that. So
that's true.
That's why she's my number 7. Who do you have?
I was gonna say, if we were doing a top 10 on looks, Sweetie would definitely be number 1.
Yeah, she would be. Yeah, definitely, definitely be number 1.
So for my 7, I got Big Mama.
Ooh.
Lotto.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I rarely listen to Lotto. I can't tell you the last time I actually searched. Maybe it was Brokey because I wanted to hear it. But Lotto, I don't really search for her music. But I know she made noise. She made an album. She had a collab with Drake. She sold about 28,000. About Nikki said she'd be her age. She sold around her age. Lotto, she's like somebody said, TikTok is keeping her in the game, and I just feel like she has this pretty look, what do you call that? Pretty privilege, where Lotto hasn't charted all year. She charted at number 100, and that's the only time she's charted this year. That makes no sense for you to be beefing with people when you can't even chart. So how about you work on that, Lotto? But she did make some noise, so I'll put her, at number 7, just because she did sell something.
Okay, all right.
That's all I gotta say about her.
Hey, you thought more highly of her than I did. But all right, moving on to number 6. The Billboard's number 6 is Dolce, which I definitely agree with. Again, I think that Dolce should have definitely been higher on that list. Definitely in front of Lotto and Sexy Red. Definitely. But again, these are people who are not in tune to culture, who are not a part of the culture, so they're just making decisions off of what they think is what we feel, and it's like, no, that's not it. It's not gonna work. But my number 6 is JT. Mm-hmm. And JT, because she has come from the gutter. Like, she's come from the bottom. You know what I mean? And when she was with City Girl, when she was with Carisha, I prayed that she would get from up under her and she would leave her, because I could tell back then, like, she was the talent of that group. She was the real rapper of that group. Carisha, she just did this shit for fun. Like, it was play to her. You know what I mean? But you can tell that JT was taking it serious. Like, she was serious about her shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you have to respect somebody like that. And she is one of the only dark-skinned girls in this entire list. The darkest, other than Dolce. But
and they got a song for that.
And
which is nominated for a Grammy.
Right, exactly. And JT, don't get me wrong, she isn't the best when it comes to, you know, a flow, but she will put a song together for your SCU, and it'll be a bop, because you know it'll she gives me like a Foxy Brown mixed with the a Soleil. Do you remember Soleil? Genuine's baby mama. Her. It's like a mix between those two, and like I like JT's flow. I like her grind. I like her hustle. Yeah. I like that she's just, you know, she's down to earth and she's about that life. You know what I mean? Exactly. And so, for that reason alone, she's definitely gonna be my number 6. Okay. What do you have?
I got Doechii. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I know Doechii. I've listened to Doechii spit like on some live shit. I've seen it. I like a few of her videos, a few of her songs. I like what it is, so what's the
right?
That was about. And I feel like, you know, I'm getting to know her more, but her music is really some type of music where you have to sit down and listen to and break it down, because she's very about her lyrics, about you know, about the beat, about the whole vibe of the whole song. You know, she's definitely an artist I'm looking forward to see grow. So I know she's definitely talented, so I definitely give her number 6, because I feel like, you know, she did more than most of the other people that were on my list, you know, that's under 6. So, you know, I give it to Doechii. That's, you know, I don't know too much, but, you know, you can put in the comments if you got a song for me to listen to by Doechii. That's a good song that you recommend. Definitely put it in the comments.
All right, moving on to number 5. Number 5, Billboard has Lotto. Again, I'm not going to say it again. These are people who are not, they're not like us. Because I don't know what Richter scale they were using, but it's not, so for number 5, I have Gorilla. And Gorilla's number 5 because Gorilla has definitely come from the slums. She's come from the gutter. And when she first started, I did not like Gorilla. I will admit, I did not like her. And I was like, who is this man sounding ass bitch? But as I seen her grow and I seen her blossom into what she has become, I love Gorilla. Like, she's a real ass bitch, honestly. No shade. I love her. And all of her songs this year, that album is fire. It's no shade. The album is fire. You can listen to that whole album damn near from start to finish and be bopping. Like, I really related to her album. She's what Cardi B should have been. You know what I mean? That's how Cardi B started out. You know, she was relatable. Yeah. You know, people, you know, was drawn to her because of her personality. And I think that Gorilla has definitely stepped in and pretty much taken that from her. And I mean, they are cousins, by the way. Exactly. So that's going to be odd at the family barbecue. But anyway, moving on. What's yours?
I got a 5 and a 5.5 because I actually left this person off the list.
Oh, what?
By mistake.
So you can't have a 5 and a 5.5.
Okay, so we'll take Yancey off.
Yeah. See, she should have been on the list in the first place. I told you that.
That's right. That's what. You gotta get it from Beyonce though. But my 5.5, which was supposed to be 10, is gonna be Sexy Red. Sexy Red, bops. You know, she's herself. I just don't like what she represents. I just seen a video recently of her talking about you know, people, the music, you know, country, rock, pop, you know, hip hop, those all are genres of music. Genres of music. She calls them new genre. New genre? That's what she calls
Right.
it. Motherfucker, if you
that
can't,
shit was funny.
if you're making music and getting awards and you don't know what genre means, you don't know what genre you're in.
You know, not even that.
A new sound, like
A new gen? Is it called genre? Genre?
Like, girl, a new genre.
You can tell she writes her music.
But yeah, right. I mean, that's one. And to be fair, that's the only thing I would give Sexy Red. Honestly, and it's no shade. She didn't make my top 10 at all. Only because I think of Sexy Red as still in the gutter. You know what I mean? She's not rising above. She's not making new music that she's not progressing. She's staying stagnant, in my opinion. And so, for that reason alone, on top of her music, her music capabilities, it's not hitting for me at all. But speaking of, moving on to number 4, Billboard has.
Let me my quick 5 real quick. My 5 is JT. JT.
I thought we went over.
No, I did my 5.5 because Sexy Red. My bad. Because I had put her, But JT's number 5, 5.5.
I'm done. It's 5.5.
So JT, I feel like JT. I brought the mixtape, City Cinderella. JT, I respect her hustle. She writes her music. She's a talented artist. I feel like she's definitely doing it for the brown skin girls. She's she got her own lane, like her own vibe, which I respect. And she's getting, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know. She's coming into herself, but she's becoming more and more beautiful every time I see her. And Sideways is my shit. I listen to that about every day on Billboard.
Yeah, I like Hope.
Oh yeah, that's
my shit. I like Hope. She did that song. All right, moving on. Speaking of Sexy Red, or the lack thereof, Billboard has her number 4. Moving right past that, my number 4 is Dolce, which I've already explained. Dolce is the shit. I think that she is like the best thing since sliced bread. Like that song, like what it is, I played that song the fuck out, and like the way she puts her lyrics, the thought that she puts into her music is like mind-boggling. And she's just, she's that bitch, and also on top of it, she's dark skinned, and in this society, in this game, the lighter the better. But she's been able to really blossom, in a game that is pretty dominated by light skinned and lighter's better, and that whole jizz. But I can't. Nonetheless. Dolce definitely is my number 4, and she deserves that. I think that she needs a little bit more of a push behind her. But other than that, she's definitely a solid 4 in my book. And she's what Azealia Banks should have been.
Yeah.
But when you have a crazy bitch who can't keep her mouth closed. She just, it's bad for business.
Don't you kind of remind me of like Doja Cat a little bit?
In a way, yeah. But I think that they're two different styles.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But definitely they're both lyricists in that aspect. Yeah. Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is This is a little better. It's gonna be Megan Thee Stallion.
One Trick.
One Trick. I put Megan because Megan she had a number 1 song, not a hit, number 1 song this year. She's dropped an album, 2 albums, which for stats wise, this was a stats question. This was a stat position. Like she sold, she put out music. Megan's cool. I like the man Mushi. Megan, I feel like she needs artist development. She needs to go back to the drawing board. I don't know what she's going on with her career right now. It just seems like she's all over the place. She needs to get off Tory's. You know what? The man's in jail. People, I feel like the music in that situation, it's sometimes it's outweighing her own music sometimes. because it's been 3 years and this is too much. You know, the music is not musing like it should be.
Right.
When I hear more about this case, which is over,
right,
than your music.
You're right, and you know, speaking of that, I mean, I guess that goes into my number 3 as well, because Megan is number 3 on my list. So
Billboard had bet Nicki at number 3.
Yes, Billboard put Nicki at number 3, which I don't agree with. But back to Megan, she is a solid 3, because of her longevity in the game. And also, Megan is really a rapper. Like, she can really flow. Like, that's the one thing about her, is that she can really flow. She has talent. But the thing is that it's mono. It's mono. It's very one trick. It's very and it's only so much of that hood gangster. I'm that bitch. I'm a thug. It's kind of like rap. You can go along, and like there's no versatility in her raps. You know what I mean? It's all the same. Like, you can go through her entire album, and the song, it sounds like one whole damn near song, and it's like, that shouldn't be. Like, an artist should be versatile. An artist should give you varieties of music, and she just doesn't do that. And I think that this whole Tory Lanez and this whole beefing with Nicki has kind of taken the spotlight and taken the focus off of her making good music. You know what I mean? And so I think that she needs to, like you said, go back to the drawing board. She needs to get rid of all of the old shit and like create something new, like something that she hasn't been doing. She needs to change, because if she doesn't, she's not going to be number 3 for long, in my opinion. Because like Gorilla's on her neck. Yeah, she's on her neck basically. So she needs to do something, and very fast. But who's your number 3?
Gorilla.
All right, Gorilla. Right.
Gorilla has had an amazing year. From, we thought her career was over, to surpassing almost everybody.
Right.
So, you know, I like the album. I listened to the album. I was very, very surprised. Like, you know, it's a I would say not a non-skip album, but you can go through most of the songs and you don't have to really skip through the album. I feel like she put in time. She put in thought. I feel like she has a good sense of what's a good ear to the streets, and a good ear to, you know, the charts also. So, you know, she's doing her thing, and I feel like she's genuine. Mm-hmm. You know, she's herself. Like, I don't feel like there's a gimmick. Right. She might be pushing the beats, she's not. Like, nah, I feel like that's her, and it's a down to earth, chill vibe. Like, I fucks with that, and I think that's what helps people gravitate to her more. And I really did like TGIF. That was my shit though. You know. Yeah. That's much 95 degrees.
Right. Well, you know, speaking of, you know, her own individual style, we're gonna move on to number 2. We're down to the last 2. And number 2 for me is definitely gonna be the princess, Miss Doja Cat. The real princess. Right? Miss Doja Cat. And I mean, there's nothing that needs to be said about that. Like, it's Doja Cat. She has the talent, she has the look, she has the music, she has the vocals, she has the whole package. And you know, even though she went through, you know, a little stumbling block with this whole demon bullshit that she had going on, I think that she was trying to, you know, relay a message, and Doja will stop at nothing to put her message, to make her message come across. You know what I mean? And I just think that people don't really see how her creative juices just kind of flow through the message that she's trying to portray, and so sometimes it comes off as like, whoa there. But other than that, like, Doja's definitely she's in training to be the next queen, honestly. Yeah. And she definitely deserves that title. Who is your number 2?
My number 2 is gonna be Doja Cat. Who would have thought? To me, you know, of course, Doja's the princess. Doja is talented. She's a performer. Mm-hmm. She's a producer, which I just found out recently. She's a writer. She does everything for us. You know, everything. And I feel like she's passionate. That's what people are missing, the passion. These most of these women are not passionate. They're about the bag,
Right.
about this, but Doja's passionate about her craft, and that's what's gonna set her to be an icon.
Right.
That she's gonna go down in history for being someone great in music.
She is.
Doja, she put out an album, Scarlet, the deluxe. You know, Doja really didn't put too much music out this year, but she still was charting higher than most people, and she was more successful stats wise. Even talent wise, she's always going to be above the pack. And, you know, there's no one other that does it like Doja for me. Like, you know, she's just that girl.
Yeah, she is. She definitely is. Well, and to just include Billboard's number 2 was Megan Thee Stallion, which, okay, whatever. Again, they not like us. It's for us, but not by us.
Exactly.
So
let's go to number 1.
Number 1
for Billboard.
And yeah, it's Gorilla, which okay, all right, cool.
Reasonable.
It's reasonable. I'll give them that. But again, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The number 1 is all hell, the Queen, Nicki Minaj. And it goes without saying, it's Nicki Minaj. You know, so it's kind of, I don't need an explanation for that. What is it that Nicki Minaj has not done?
Exactly. I was gonna let you know. Hey, I'm a barber, so you know that was number 1. The Queen, like, come on now. The Queen, first of all, she's the queen. Really, if you Google it, she's the Queen.
She is. She's definitely that.
Her album sold the highest this year, even though it was released last year.
Right. Yeah.
Her tour, which was the highest selling female tour on.
She's the only female rapper who has had to do 2 legs of her tour.
Requested.
Like, who the fuck does that? Like, really, honestly. Like, yeah, these just keep me laughing at you hoes. Like these, and what kills me is that all these rap girls, especially a lot of them on this list, they beef with Nicki, or they have a problem with Nicki because, you know, whatever Nicki said or whatever she could have done. But to be fair, you're here because of her. Exactly. You've taken a lot of your shit from her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's just how the cycle in the game goes. You know what I mean? Exactly. Nicki had to get it from somebody, and now you've gotten it from her. But she has definitely laid the blueprint for a lot of female rappers today. And if it was not for Nicki Minaj, at least half of the people on this list would not exist.
Like, we love Kim. Like, I love Kim.
Yeah, she's the original.
She's the pioneer. She's the pioneer.
She's the Queen Mother. That's what they call her. She's the Queen Mother. That's she's not queen anymore, but she's still in the chambers. But as far as reigning queen, oh yeah, definitely. Nicki has that. She will be the reigning queen for quite some time. Because it doesn't look like there's a girl coming other than Doja Cat.
Exactly.
And maybe Gorilla, but Gorilla has a long time before that happens. But she has had a hit damn near every year.
Yeah.
Every year for the past 15 years.
It's crazy. She's been out for 15
years. And you just have to give it to her. Who else are you going to give it to?
Who else has been on a record with Jay-Z? What other female rapper has been on a record with Jay-Z?
Right.
What's Kanye West? Both of them? Like, you look at it.
What? Who hasn't she shut the fuck down? Every bitch that has come up against her,
Remy,
has been shut the fuck down.
You can name them.
Down.
This goes on. Let's go.
Down.
Companies.
And my favorite line by her: "Pay your rent and stay in your bum ass place." You the queen of this year. Oh shit, that's my shit. Let's sit your dumb ass down. You got an F on your test.
That's the Billboard with this list.
Right? Right? Shut the fuck up and sit down. But this has been wonderful. Going over our top 10. I hope that you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching.
And yes, thank you for watching. And we will see you soon.
Thank you for watching.
Peace.
Oh, always remember to like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
Put it on the flow.
Put it on the flow.